Welcome. Eorzeans celebrate Valentione's Day in remembrance of Countess Arabelle de Valentine of Ishgard and her legendary quest for true love. But what exactly that quest was and who it was for seems to be completely unknown. However, we almost certainly know that the heart shape so prominently used for decorations this time of year comes directly from the House Valentine coat of arms. Looks more like a sign for a brothel than a noble house. What is weird is this is another Ishgardian holiday and there are no decorations in Ishgard. Anyway, clearly this is loosely based on the real-world Valentine's Day, which began as a Catholic feast in the 5th century commemorating not one, but at least 2, maybe 3 saints named Valentine, and at least one of which was buried on February 14th. This year's Valentione's Day is a little different. It actually has 2 phases. Players of the MMO Rift may be familiar with seasonal events having 2 or more phases. This is nothing like that. The first phase, which is currently active, allows you to vote for one of 3 people to become the next Emissary of Ardor. Voting will last until February 9th. The second phase will reveal the results of this election and may involve more content. I will cover this in another video.
Okay, here we go. The short version.
Any combat class, level 15, MSQ quest is probably pirates. Decorations, 3 cities, 4 housing districts. In each city, butlers tell you about it and where to go. Teleport or airship to Gridania, Miketo's Amphitheater, and yes, trial account. So go up on stage and talk to Lisette Valentione. I hope I'm saying this right, because that's how I'm going to say it for the rest of this video. She's the lady dressed like strawberry shortcake. She wanted her sister to replace her as the town gossip. Emissary of Ardor. See the family resemblance? Apparently, this is a most coveted position in the family business, so the file clerk and the stock boy cried nepotism and demanded they each be considered for the position. So you are sent to observe the 3 of them as they try to help this totally in disguise who we have never ever met before client, to find true love. So you ask 3 questions, which he sort of answers. After he leaves, you talk to the 3 of them and learn their plans to help the client. And to make a long story short, too late! Astrid thinks he should pick up chicks at work. Roger Galt thinks he needs to align his chakras or something by meditating in the Conjurer's Guild. And Bert thinks he can impress women by building them birdhouses. My man. So you go turn in the quest with Lisette, and she says it's up to you, and everyone else, to choose the next matchmaker. You can turn in any of these quests on any class or job over 15. So now 3 quests pop up, but you can only pick one of them. You can ask all 3 candidates to reiterate their positions. When you are ready, you go to the one you like and select "You have my support," and accept the quest, "A vote for Bert," or one of the others. You can abandon these quests before you turn it in, just in case you accidentally chose Astrid. But once you turn it in, your vote is cast. You turn it in with Lisette, and she expresses her disgust that you would choose Bert. But what does she know? She gives you a coffer which contains an outfit that matches the color of the candidate you chose. So if it's not yellow, you made a big mistake. No going back now, but at least you can dye it. If you want the exact look of those you didn't choose, you can use Dalamod Red, Othard Blue, or Million Corn Yellow. All 3 of these dyes are crafted, so if you can't craft them yourself, you can find them on the market board, but you can use any dye you want. A lot of people are disappointed that the hats from these outfits don't show up on Viera and Hrothgar. I doubt it's that hard to just stick a hat on their heads. It even clips with this hairstyle on my hair, so they're not being all that careful. Actually, that looks kind of cool, though it doesn't really make sense. So notice you didn't get any achievement this time. I'm assuming that is because this is a 2-part event. The first part is just for voting, which ends in the morning on February 9th. It seems you will still be able to complete these quests and obtain the outfit after that, but your vote won't be counted. From what I understand, votes are counted per world, so you might be able to hop around to other worlds and see what happens if one doesn't choose Bert. So you cast your vote and got your pretty dress. What now? Mostly you just gotta wait for the next phase. Be sure to go show your support for Bert, or the others. Once you complete the first quest, the House Valentione maid, also known as the Purveyor of Love, opens the shop in the booth just outside the amphitheater, where you can buy things for Valentione's Day chocolates. More on this soon. The chocolate fountain is a food housing item you can get for 3 chocolates, and it can be dyed with all but metallic colors. For 1 chocolate, you can get 10 of either of the 2 prismatic heart items. Each makes half a heart. The idea being that you can stand next to someone else and make a whole heart. So you can get 1 of everything for 5 chocolates. Now, after you vote, the individual pieces of the outfit you just got are available for 1 chocolate each. Both gender versions are available, but they are still locked to their particular gender. The only way to get Valentione's Day chocolates is to complete the 2-person duty Valentione ceremony. You can queue for this by talking to the House Valentione servant. You can queue alone or with a friend. You can be any combat class at any level. The duty, also known as the Trial of the Moons, was available last year, and I think previous years as well. You start the duty with 100 affinity with your partner. If this ever gets to 0, you lose. There are 2 challenges you must complete. For the first one, Till Mog Do Us Part, you are tied to your partner and you need to complete a maze. You are each assigned to one side of the maze. You lose affinity if you stray too far, or if either of you are hit by one of the Moogle's AoE attacks. There are a series of gates you must get through. For each gate on one side, there is a button on the other side. So you have to open gates for your partner, and your partner must open gates for you. You only need to step on the button once to open the gate. You do not have to stand on it. Watch each other's side of the maze and be aware of what your partner has to do. If your partner has to go far to the other side, try to position yourself so they can minimize separation. It is unlikely you will get through this without some separation. If you have to break the chain, use sprint to get back in range as quickly as possible. The chain will reconnect as soon as you are close enough. If they have a gate, you have to find the button, and vice versa. Try to accommodate each other. If you need to, communicate using party chat. For the second challenge, Cards Beat as One, you have a basic memory game. There are 12 total cards in 2 sets of 6, and 6 different values. 1 through 5, and then an angel, which some people call 6 because she has 6 cups. Supposedly there will never be a match within one set. If this is true, the match for any card will be in the other set. It may help for one player to take each side. You will be briefly shown 4 cards, 2 in each set. You can write it down or take a screenshot if you think it will help. You can also mark the cards using signs, which can be found in the party menu, or just press Shift-M to bring up the signs window. Select the card and then select the sign you want to use. For each round, each player must pick 1 card. I recommend starting with 2 unknown cards. If they don't match, mark them. If they do match known cards, make whatever matches you can in the next round. When you don't know a match, select 2 unknowns. Whenever you know a match, get rid of it next. The reason you should select unknown cards whenever you don't know a match is because of the guaranteed gain. No matter what, you find out 2 cards, and the worst case is you find out 2 cards that don't match a known card, meaning the next unknown pair will both match known cards, leading to making 2 matches in the next 2 rounds. When you finish, you will get a rating. I've seen 2 ratings myself. For favorable, I got 2 chocolates. Kindred Spirits gave me 3. 2 or 3 runs, and you should be able to buy all 3 items in the shop. If you queued alone, be sure to give your partner a commendation. There are only 2 of you, and you might as well help each other out. Well, that is all for now. We just have to wait for the end of the voting and the beginning of Phase 2 to see what other surprises Bert has in store for us. Lisette says the decorations will change. The devs say there will be different quests available. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in Part 2. Goodbye.